Hello everyone, welcome back to Engineer by Design, where today I'm going to take you through a quick little tutorial of something that I actually make for colleagues or friends or whoever else that actually has a dog or a cat or some kind of pet that they want to commemorate in a 3D print. So I'm going to take you through a little it's kind of like a desk ornament, but it's really just something that you can put anywhere around the house. I haven't really seen something like this around. I kind of got the inspiration when I had a pet of mine pass away a few years ago, and the clinic actually said that they can take their feet and do like a little paw print and then send it to me, and I said yeah, and it was like I don't even remember, like $20-$30, something like that. I don't remember how much it was, but it got me thinking of being able to commemorate a pet, a family member, in a really nice way. And it's very, very simple to make. This is something that's extremely customizable, and why don't I just take you through it? So it's gonna kind of take a little bit of, it's gonna look a little bit like the business card holder that I made a couple videos ago, but we're gonna kind of tweak it a little bit to be more of a, you know, more of an ornament than like a desk thing, more of like a display piece. That's better than an ornament. But anyway, we're going to go up here to the Create tab and we're going to create Sketch. And like I usually do, I just like to work off the front plane, which is the ZX plane. So what we're going to do is it's going to start at the same. We're going to hit the line tool. We're going to go to the center. We're going to move out. Um, the paw print I want to make, I actually found it on Google Images. Um, I'm just gonna make the paw print about like, let's say 3 inches. So I might want to do about 5 inches because I want to be able to put a name in this as well, right? So we'll go 5 inches, which is, a little big, but it's all good. You can always shrink it if you want later down the road. So there's 5. And I'm going to take another line and I'm going to move it out like this, and we'll do like 2.5. I think that should be fine. And then we'll do a sketch dimension. Again, this is all under the Create tab. We'll go to sketch dimension, and we're going to do this in the middle, and we'll go 65 degrees on the dot. Also, I don't really like that we have all these lines here. I'm going to hit escape to get out of sketch dimension, and I'm just going to move these constraints out here. So now what I'm going to do, well, actually, first of all, this might be better to be, no, 2.5 is fine. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, again, we're going to keep it the same. We're going to take the offset, and we're actually going to offset all of this, and we're just going to move in. Let's go like, I don't know, like 3/8 of an inch. Oop, wrong way. It doesn't really matter, but I'd rather go in so that my origin stays right about here. And then we will connect these two lines just like this. Right? Easy enough? I think so. All right, we're going to move this out over here. Okay, now we're going to go with solid. We're going to extrude. This is already selected. If it's not, you just select on the center here. It should be a light blue. We're going to turn over and hit escape. And what I like to do is for direction, I will go symmetric just because I want this to be centered. We'll go whole length, and I'm actually just going to drag and pull out. We'll make it like 6 inches wide. 6 inches wide. I think that should be completely fine for what we're doing. So something I'm going to do now is, I usually say that I like to do fillets at the end. I actually want to do my fillets right now because after this we're going to put a little bit of a design in, and I don't want the design to be over the fillet. So we're going to hit our fillet tool. We're going to hit right here, and then this line behind it, we're going to select it. We'll go 375. That looks good. And then what I'm actually going to do is I want to add more fillets, and I'm going to hit this plus, which is add selection set. These are going to go away, but after we make our selection and we add another fillet, it's all going to come back. So we're going to go there. I don't know what size to make these. Let's try 0.25. 375. No, 0.5. That looks a bit better. Okay, actually what I want to do is I want to go back to sketch. I want to make this a little bit thicker. Yeah, I want to make this a little bit thicker, so instead of 375, we'll go minus 0.5. Cool. Now we get to the part of the video where we are going to start actually making this. So what I'll do now is I will select canvas from this insert tab, and I'm going to go to insert from my computer, and I'm going to hit this dog image, open, and we're going to put it right on this face here. Okay, so I am going to now start to adjust this, and really what I'm just going to do is I'm trying to make it like almost like as centered as I can. So then I'm going to blow this up. I'm just going to move it because I'm not going to get the claws in, so I'm just going to move it up here. And I think that's a reasonable spot, so I'm happy with that. So we'll just keep this. So now we're going to hit create sketch, and now we're going to hit this face right here. Sorry if that was a little hard to see. We're hitting this face right here, which is what we're actually going to sketch. So I'm going to hit finish sketch and then open the sketch back up just so I can get back to where this was. Cool. So a lot like in our last video where I was showing how to trace using the spline tool, we are going to do the exact same thing here, and we're going to trace the paws. And this is really just like, I'm just doing it as best I can. Like obviously, like when we get into the fur area right here, it's going to be a little harder, but it's okay. Just do what you can. If you want, you can make actually a line centered about here, because that way then you can mirror it to give yourself even less work. That is totally an option. It is something I do just to give myself just slightly less work. One thing I do like about the spline tool, which I'll show you now, is when you make a full, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. When you make a full like closed sketch using a spline tool, it actually will make this tangent to itself. So you won't have to mess around with too many things. You won't have to mess around with these constraints is what I'm saying. So there's that. I do like how that looks. And now we're going to go with this one. And we're going to just, again, start following. Is this? Yeah. There we go. There's doing some weird things right now. I think, you know what that is? You know why that is? Is because I'm creating too many dots. So I have to hit on fewer surfaces, and now it's looking a bit better. Something I am going to do is I am just going to stop there and start another spline just so it looks a little bit cleaner. And then we'll try and make everything tangent to itself. Although it's, you know, I think it looks pretty good as it is. This I'm just going to leave sharp. I might even do a little fillet right here. We can use the curvature blend tool. So if we zoom in here, but again, this sometimes causes problems, but that looks pretty good. We'll go a little bit more like that, and there we go. I think that looks fine. Something I'm going to do here, just because it's going to be very obvious, is I want this to be a nice straight tangent line. So I'm going to create two lines that go out like this, and I'm going to create tangency between this spline and this line, and then this spline, try again, tangent, and then this spline here, and this line. And as you can see, it did something a little weird, so we're just going to drag it down a little bit and drag this up, and that should be good. So now what we can do is we can hit the mirror button, and we are going to mirror all these things. Oh, what is going on? We're going to mirror all these lines, there we go, about this center line. And there we go. It matches up pretty well. Like I said, you don't have to do this if you want it to be really exact, but if you want it to look a little neater, I usually would recommend this. So now we're going to get rid of the canvas, and that is our dog's paw. And in fact, actually, we can actually select this line and go to line type and make a construction, just so that way it's going to be one full image instead of having this sliced in half. So now we're going to hit finish sketch, and I do like this, but I want it to be a little thinner. So we're going to open up this extrusion. Instead of 6 inches, we'll make it like 5. And that looks a lot better. I already like that. So we'll hit extrude, and we will extrude these. Now you kind of have the option of extruding out like this or extruding in. I personally like to extrude in, so we're going to go 375, which is 3/8 of an inch. And then you do have options here if you want to create fillets. I really don't. Not for any reason, I just don't really make fillets on these. And actually, we're going to extrude this maybe a little bit less than 3/8. I think that's a little too deep. And there we go. Now, one thing you can do as well is add your dog's name. And instead of having it be like a straight line, which a lot of us should be able to do, which I'll show how to do it if maybe some of you guys don't know how, but I want to make a nice little curved name. So we're going to create sketch. We're going to do on this same face right here. And what we're going to do, so I'll show you how to do it with a regular line out here. So we go out with a regular line. And actually, you don't even really need this. You could just delete this. Cancel. Get a little ahead of myself. You could just hit text. Oh, I already had path selected. You could just do this and then name. And then once you're done, you can kind of just drag it wherever you want. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a curve. I want this curve to be close to the center of where this, oh gosh, this paw is, excuse me. But I also don't, just because I want it to be a little bit not, I don't want it to be as tight, I guess is what I'm saying. So we'll go here, and I really like that curve size, and you can always adjust it if you want. It really doesn't matter. To keep this from moving around anywhere, I'm going to hit the horizontal vertical constraint, and I'm going to make this vertical to the origin. And then if you really want sketch dimension, you can just lock in this sketch 8. Yeah, 8 is fine. It's still, oh, that's why, because we have to constrain its height and 4.75. I really like nice numbers. That's why I use these. But now, so we're going to go with line, and we're going to go line type construction, and we're going to do a construction line from here to here to down here, and I'll show you why in a second. It should be completely vertical, and I'll show you why I do that in a second. Because for line, we're going to get rid of the construction. We're actually going to create a new line from here over to here. I don't really care where, just somewhere in this area. And then we're going to mirror the line about this construction line, or not the construction line, excuse me, about the, oh no, it is construction line. I was thinking center line, excuse me. So we're going to mirror this, and the mirror line is going to be this construction line. And now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to trim this away. And the reason I do this is because if you try to make a text on a closed circle, it won't really know where to start the text, even if you adjust around or change around where the placement of the text is. It doesn't really know where the center is. I'm sure there's a way to figure it out, but I think this is the simplest way to do it. So now we're going to hit create. We're going to go to text, and we're going to select this text on path, and then we're going to select our path, which is going to be this curve, right? And then sample text, we'll just do it like a dog's name, Maximus. I think that's a good name. Solid name. I always like to bolden it just because I think if you want to 3D print it, it prints a lot better. Usually for alignment, it's going to be over here, but mine, I usually have it set to align to center. You can do height, character spacing. I don't really mess a lot with. Oh, excuse me. I don't really mess a lot with character spacing, but height is fine. I want it to be a little bit bigger. Let's try like maybe 0.5. Let's go even bigger, 625. There we go. I like that. So we're going to hit OK. We're going to finish the sketch. And now what we're going to do is we're going to extrude this. And we are going to extrude this. I'll go like maybe minus 0.05. Again, you can go like in, or you can cut, or you can extrude out. It really doesn't matter. It's totally up to you. But yeah, this is it. This is how you make the little desk ornament just to commemorate your, you know, your fur baby, I guess you could say. Your dog, cat. I mean, hey, if you got a fish and you want to outline the fish's body, go for it. If you have a mouse, get a little picture of the mouse's feet. Go for it. I usually have my friends just be like, hey, you want this? Yeah, for your dog or cat? Yeah. Okay, just send me a flat picture of their paw. And they do, and I send this over to them and I print it, and they love it. So yeah, that is everything. I will probably have this on my Etsy if you are someone who does not do 3D modeling, or maybe isn't really sure how to go about this. I can maybe do another in-depth tutorial, but I will make this on my Etsy, and I will make it fully customizable. So if you would like, just send me a picture of your dog or cats or whoever. Just send me a picture of their paw or whatever you would like. Maybe even you want their smile commemorated or something. Maybe you have like a tooth from a pet shark and you want that, you know? So it is something that I will be offering. It's just life's a little busy, so I haven't been able to update my Etsy store, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. And like I said 1,000 times, a good way to support me is through my Etsy store. All right, guys, thank you so much, and keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.